So you just built a serverless app. You ran it once. It worked.
Woo!
And you're feeling like a rock star. Congratulations. But here's the question. Will it work tomorrow or after the next deploy? That's the catch with serverless. You've got S3, Lambda, queues, DynamoDB. One thing breaks, and all of a sudden you're up at 2 a.m. looking at logs, wondering why your little simple app betrayed you. And that's why today we're setting up an automated integration test, a way to prove the whole thing works, not just now, but every single time. So here's the idea behind our app. We drop a file into S3, the pipeline fires, Lambda picks it up, passes it to SQS, another Lambda runs, DynamoDB gets updated. And then we check to make sure that DynamoDB actually did get updated and the data is really there. If it shows up, great. If not, then it's time to dig through CloudWatch logs. Blah. Nobody wants to do that. And the best part, we're doing all of this locally with LocalStack. No AWS account necessary and no surprise bills. What about unit tests? Well, I'm glad you asked. They're cool, sure, but they only check little bits of code and they won't catch the, oh, my Lambda isn't even talking to the queue type of problems. Integration tests give you the full picture. They make sure the pipeline doesn't just look good on paper, but it actually runs end to end in the real world. So basically, it's the difference between checking to see if your lights turn on in your car or if the car actually starts and runs. That's important. Okay, so here's how our test works. Step one, we'll upload a file to S3. Step two, we'll wait a few seconds to see if the pipeline does its thing. Then step three, we'll check DynamoDB. If the records are there, we've got the green light. If not, something broke. At first, I hard coded the bucket and table names. And yeah, that worked until I redeployed. And AWS sprinkled in a bunch of random suffixes everywhere. Suddenly, my test was useless. So, know what I did? I made it smarter. And I use something called prefixes. So basically, it would allow my test to look up the table name and bucket name based on the prefix. So that way, whenever I redeployed, it would just not need to be edited and it would just go ahead and find the table name. Okay, so think about it like this. You upload a CSV, behind the scenes, Lambdas are passing messages like a chaotic group chat until DynamoDB finally gets updated. Our test is like that one friend who saves the receipts. You know, we've all got that one friend. And make sure the message actually landed. Because there's nothing worse than assuming your pipeline worked and then finding an empty database. So now we've got a repeatable integration test that checks our whole pipeline, 100% local, zero AWS costs. And we've also got a smarter setup that survives redeploys without babysitting. And what does that mean? That means no more finger crossing when you push code. You've got proof that your system really works. If you want to try this yourself, spin up LocalStack, you can clone this sample app, and run PyTest to see the test run end to end locally. Now, if you get stuck, go ahead and hit us up on the LocalStack community Slack. We're there every day, trading tips and tricks and also AWS horror stories. Thanks for watching and happy testing.